Let's go for a walk. Hey guys, and welcome to The Pickle Jar. My name's Josh, and today we're doing something a bit different. Now, I've been running this channel for 2.5 years, and in that time I've put out over 140 videos. 140! On top of this, for the last year or so I've been streaming once or even twice a week, both on my own channel and over on the Chilling Wargamers channel with Spud and Elston. Now that's a lot of content, especially when I also work full time, have a family that I like to spend time with, and just other bits of real life stuff. Now, in the early days I was doing all kinds of videos. I did personal vlogs, I did let's plays and guides for video games, and yes, I also did miniature painting. Now, it wasn't until about 5 months into running the channel that I decided I wanted to push the miniature videos more and phased everything else out. Now, you're probably sat thinking, this is all lovely, but why are you rambling on? What is the point of this video? Well, the short answer, there is no point. It's a video that I have made because I want to make it. The whole reason that I started a YouTube channel was because I enjoy filming and editing videos. So yeah, this is purely self-indulgent. Now that's the short answer. If you want the long answer, well, you're gonna have to stick around for that. Now, YouTube is a funny thing. As content creators, both big and small, we fight a constant battle with ourselves. There are things that we want to do that we'd enjoy doing, but might not perform as well. And then the opposite is also true, and sometimes we make videos that will perform well, but we might not be as invested in them. This isn't me complaining either, it's just the nature of doing what we do. We have a constant pressure that is completely self-inflicted to perform bigger and better than our last video. And it doesn't go away either. From speaking to some of the bigger names in the hobby YouTube circle, this is something that remains constant. Now, Elston from Elstonation actually covered this in a video a while back, and I'll link that here if you're interested in checking it out because he explains it a hell of a lot better than me. Now, this pressure causes a lot of issues, most of which I will leave out of this video, but the one that I want to touch on is creativity. Now, I touched on it in a recent video talking about how you shouldn't be ashamed of your Warhammer collections, but it's something to be aware of in any creative hobby, whether it's painting, making videos, or anything else. This is what's happened to me over the last few weeks. I've been stressing out about numbers and stuff and stats way too much, and today I'm following my own advice for a change. I'm outside, I'm getting some fresh air away from screens and stats and comments. I find that taking a break from the norm is a great way to give your head a bit of a kickstart and get inspired. Now, when I say inspiration, I don't just mean from like literally what you're looking at from your immediate surroundings. I like the peace and quiet because it helps me think and process ideas that have been a bit jumbled up in my head when it's been a bit of a shed like it has done recently. You see, one of the things that I've realised recently is that I've been focusing too much on what will make a video that will perform well rather than what I want to do with my hobby and what I will be inspired to make video-wise. So I decided to take a break, get out, get some inspiration, and just have a bit of a reset. Eventually though, it's time to head home, back to the desk, to get some work done. I've come up with some cool ideas for some of my Dominion stuff, the Aurochs from that set, so I set off home and head back to start working on those. Once I'm home, I get sat down, get everything put down, and head off to get stuff set up, ready to start painting some of my Dominion Orcs. But wait a minute, what's this? Arc World, eh? Wait, someone been spying on me and my new ideas? Well, looks like the Dominion stuff's gonna have to wait a little bit longer to get any more paint on it. Now, this box contains my Orcs from Warplock Miniatures, the Kickstarter that I backed back in April. I hadn't actually planned on doing any painting today. I was going to be more planning and sketching ideas out this afternoon, but it'd be rude not to paint some of these up. Plus, I did say that I wanted to work on some lovely Orcs. Now, after looking through the models that I'd received, I settled on painting up one of the nicer ones in the set. I mean, they're all lovely, I love all of Alex's models, but the one that I've picked is just a really nice sculpt. Now, first off, what you need to do is take some super glue that is dried up in a tube, try and use it for a while, and then eventually when you realise that that's not going to come out, give up with that, chuck it to one side and pick a different tube that will work, and put some glue on your base and glue him down to his base. Once he's all set, it's time to start getting the airbrush out and throwing some paint around. Now I wanted to go with something very much in my own style for this, super bright and vibrant. With this in mind, I obviously started out with a black primer. I keep telling myself that I'll get some grey airbrush primer because I like to paint in bright colours, but that promise, much like the promise that I'll put away all my clean clothes, is not something that's going to happen soon. To counter this, I hit the model with a zenithal highlight using white ink. Now, zenithal highlight is one of those terms that gets thrown around a lot, and it just means that I'm spraying a bright colour, in this case white, from above to catch the brighter areas and leave the rest darker. Now you can do the same thing with a rattle can, but with an airbrush you generally have a little bit more control. Once that was all dry, I took some purple paint. Now I don't know how to pronounce the name of this one because it's made by Games Workshop and it has a silly name, but here's a picture of me riding on a pot of it through space, so hopefully you'll never forget what it looks like again. Anyway, I use this purple to spray from the bottom up, kind of like a reverse zenithal highlight. There's probably a proper technical word for that technique, but I've got no idea, so we'll stick with reverse zenithal. Now this wouldn't be green skin without some, well, green skin. So I picked up a new contrast paint that I thought looked nice a couple of weeks ago, Nurgle Flesh. And it is a really nice colour, but when applied through the airbrush, it actually comes out much more yellow than it is green. Now I didn't mind too much because it did help to blend the purple shadows nicely, but now I needed to add some actual green in and brighten this boy up. So I hit it with the best green that there is, Moot Green. Now I actually forgot to record me painting the Moot Green on because I'm a pro YouTuber, and that is why I'm not earning the big bucks. With all this in place, I worked on the details. Now I'm really enjoying having an airbrush, but this stage, tidying up all the details and seeing the model come together is always a lot of fun, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the long answer. You know, to the question that I mentioned earlier on in the video about what this video is about, the long answer is, it's about fun. Just filming, painting and editing something together that I wanted to do because I would enjoy it. Not because I think it'll do well on YouTube, although if it does then fantastic, and not so that I can compare it to last week's video or the one that comes after this. This is just an exercise in giving my head a reset and doing some hobby just for my own enjoyment, both in terms of the miniature painting and the little, filming that I did earlier on outside when I was on my walk. Now this has been a really quick paint job, and it really stands as a compliment to Alex's sculpts that they have so much character that even a simple paint job like this can look so cool. Now I've painted up a few of Alex's products on the channel before. I'll link all the videos down below, as well as links to the Warplock website if you want to check out any more of his amazing models. That's going to do it for this one, guys. I know it's been a little bit different, but I hope you've enjoyed the video all the same. If you have, then be sure to leave us a like and a comment down below. And if you want to see more from me, then pop along to one of my live streams that I do here on the Pickle Jar every Wednesday at 8 PM. If you'd like to help support the channel, you can find affiliate and sponsor links down below in the description if you need to pick up any hobby supplies, or you can do what all of these amazing people did and join our membership program right here on YouTube. Whether you support us like this or by watching the videos, it's all massively appreciated, so thank you very much. That's all from me, and I'll see you next week with another video.